I got one more thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love you, baby. My heart is like, you brought so much to me. Only I could show through my actions like how much I feel or how much I want to express myself. I don't feel like no words that I say could actually put or interpret what I feel inside of me. I only could like put it into action.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at you, it's just like, damn, like more than the appearance. You know, it's like I see you for what you are. You know, spiritually. You know, energetically. It's like, and I'm drawn to that.
Velvet Marquez was deeply in love with Eligio Bishop. They even had a beautiful daughter together. Although she was fully aware of Mr. Bishop being polygamous, when the woman started to come into the relationship, things went left. When triggered, she left Mr. Bishop's life and would go online and defame his character out of hurt. Here's some of the things that she would say online.
You can't worry. You can't depend on nobody to give you shit, nature boy. You gotta give it to yourself. You teach motherfuckers to love theyself, but you don't even love yourself. You are a demonic, retarded, unfunctional as dysfunctional as person. This is what you are.
Here's another example of the things that she would say about Mr. Bishop online.
And I know what it took to be able to submit to someone's mind so heavily, someone's mind so drastically that you lose yourself in the process. You start to look different. You start to feel different. You don't have any more fat on your body. You have no more weight. Because all of your weight is being sucked by a person who's using you for his own benefit. Talking about nature boy. You see, you ever heard of a false prophet?
What triggered you to make that video in the dark? And you like, he's a false prophet. The prophet has already came and walked. They like, okay, so, he was like this gentleman. He was saying all kind of shit like on this video. So, like
during that moment when I made that video in the dark, man, I was so hurt. I was so hurt about everything that happened as far as the polygamy, to the point where I was like, fuck Chief.
As you can see, Velvet Marquez literally exposes why she always defamed Mr. Bishop's character when she leaves, and it's simply because she's hurt about polygamy. Let's continue to see what else she says in this interview, conducted by Eligio Bishop after Velvet returned back into his life in November 2019.
All this out of hurt.
Yeah,
So start from the beginning. You leave the polygamous relationship with me.
Yeah. The reason why I left the polygamous relationship was because in my head, like, I felt hurt by Chief. Like, I felt hurt. I felt like I didn't understand, like, why he wanted it, because I felt like I was enough. And when I was going through the polygamy, I felt like I wasn't enough. Like, that's just how I personally felt doing the polygamy. And from, like, my husband, I didn't feel enough. Like, I wasn't suffice for him. And that got to me because my energy, I have 5th house in my sun and 5th house in my Venus, which is Leo. For that energy, a Leo has to feel like you love them, like you have to be all about them. And if you're not, then Leo is gonna like create a situation for themselves where they feel like that. And so that's I just kept getting more angrier and more angry about it, because I didn't initially know how to express these emotions to him initially. Like I just went straight to frustration and getting angry and like wanting to click out. If I would have allowed people to come in, I would have did way more fuck shit than what I did. You know what I'm saying? Being engaged with them versus doing the shit on my own.
So you feel like you was easily influenced by these people because of your hurt for me?
Yeah, because at that time when I first left, I was really hurt.
You felt in your heart that I didn't care about you enough to let them other women go for you.
I did.
And so in your hurt, maybe immaturity, maybe you said fuck it.
Absolutely, I feel immature because I didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to And it was a matter of me disconnecting from like how I really felt about you. I disconnected from how I really felt about you in order to do what I did. There was a couple people that knew about the anxiety, but I couldn't get everything out the way that I truly wanted to get out because
you couldn't talk about
everybody hated you.
Yeah.
Like, what do I look like in a fucking world where everybody hates you and I'm sitting there like, I love him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People's not gonna take well to that. I had to.
So you
I
had
felt
to
like I had to
isolate
keep
yourself.
I had to keep myself safe in a certain way.
Right, so that people can
Deal with me.
Yeah, so you can survive in that world.
Right.
Right.
And that was given. You know what I'm saying? That was given.
Right. But you can't really be honest with these people and tell them, look, I'm really hurting. I love him. I miss him. I'm thinking about him. I can't go.
It was like, fuck Chief. Period. Period. Like, that was my whole mentality. I was like, this nigga is a false prophet because this nigga want to do polygamy over me. Like, that's what I felt like. I feel like I was special. I feel like I am special, and I feel like
that's a whole fact.
This man do not want to be with me because of polygamy. This nigga's a false prophet. Straight like that. Like, I'm the truth.
Go ahead.
Your glasses on you. And that's how I felt in that moment. Okay, so initially, I'm not gonna flex. I apologize if I ever misled anybody into thinking anything or anything, but my first initial thought when I did that, I was like, this is gonna trigger him. Talking about Chief, this is gonna trigger Chief. And that was a part of the, I'm honest, that was a part of the reason why I posted that picture. I'm gonna flex. Because I knew it would get to you. Because I felt so hurt that you would still fucking these women. I was like, fuck it. I'm just go all out. So that was a part of why I posted it.
So let's put it out there. When you hated me, you hated me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You said a lot of things.
All of the videos that I put online was exactly what I was telling people in the inbox. It was
right. Okay.
Insane.
So we know when you hated me, you committed to that.
Yeah.
When you loved me, you committed to that.
Yeah.
Velvet Marquez admits that she did spiteful things and defamed Mr. Bishop's character, not because what she was saying was the truth, but because she was hurt due to polygamy. Let's see some of the instances and responses Velvet had when dealing with this trigger.
Listen, you're wrong. You got a passport in your hand. You got my baby in a little wrap. No clothes on. You got no clothes on yourself, no shoes, and you just gonna go walk.
I'm not just gonna go walk. Where you going?
What are you about to do?
Can you just leave me alone?
No.
Velvet Marquez stating that Mr. Bishop held her hostage and wouldn't let her leave is a false allegation. Mr. Bishop was trying to protect his daughter because when Velvet Marquez was emotional or triggered, she would put herself and the baby in a dangerous situation. For example, leaving sporadically without having clothes on the baby or herself.
I can't. You got my child.
You don't care?
Yes, I do. What do you mean I don't care?
I don't want to.
What is you doing, bro? You ain't got to be here. Let's make the measurements.
Let me go.
Let's make the measurements correctly. We gotta be realistic about this. You keep doing the same dumb shit to me every time.
Let me go then.
I am, but we gonna do it the right way. You gonna put some clothes on my child.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to just take her out with no clothes on.
All right, but we gonna get the clothes. You gonna get in the van and we gonna drop you by the U.S.
I'm
Embassy.
not going there.
Where you going?
Not to the U.S. Embassy. I'm not going with
Where you going with my child? You about to take my child from me. Where you going?
I'm not going to take nothing from you.
This is my daughter. You gonna take my child from me?
I don't want to be in a
I didn't ask you that. I did not. I didn't ask you that.
Because I don't want to be in a polygamous relationship.
I didn't ask you that.
That's what I'm going to do.
I didn't ask you that. You knew I was polygamous before we got pregnant.
Okay, well then. I don't want
Okay, all of a sudden.
I don't want to be with you being with him.
Okay, all of a sudden. You knew I was polygamous before we ever conceived and had a baby. I've been polygamous. Let me finish. Let me finish though. Let me get this right, because I'm gonna let you go. Let me get it right though. Let me get this right. So you knew I was polygamous before this, before we had a baby. Right? Now you had my child. Right?
I didn't have no child.
Who you had, child? Who child you had?
Mine.
It's your baby, it's not ours. That little girl don't deserve her father?
She don't got a father. She
She don't got a daddy, she don't got nothing. She don't got none of that. All she got is me. You can make more children, you got more wives. So.
And they all gonna have me as their father.
Good.
But you saying this little girl right here, I'm not her father?
Nope.
So she don't get to have a father because you mad. You're making a life decision for you and that child in one moment. Little girl right here is not gonna have a father because you decided you're gonna be angry.
With Velvet dealing with her intense triggers with polygamy, in one instance, she cut all of her hair off. With Eligio's big heart, he wanted to support his wife at the time, and everyone in the family cut their hair off as well.
New beginnings.
New beginnings. I would say if you jumped off the bridge or we jumped off the bridge, we all jumped off the bridge the other day. Yeah.
You cut your hair.
I did. For you. I love you.
I was not expecting that. Well, expect the unexpected. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna grow together. That's fact. That's what it is. We your family. And we family. That's fact. Now we all look like baby Eliana. She said who?
Maybe if we cut our hair, she will see her effect. And know that, first of all, we down with you and we love you. And we gonna ride. If you fall, we fall. You understand? If you fucked up, we fucked up. That's loyalty, that's family. Your shortcomings is our shortcomings. Because we as strong as our weakest link. And if we can't build you up and love you here, we don't love ourselves.
A couple days later.
But how can you just walk out on your family like that after we did what we did, yo? You don't owe us no explanation or nothing like. What's wrong, bro?
She then returns.
Always.
And she leaves.
She just walks the fuck off down the, man, she just walks off and like, we gotta stay here. We don't know what's going on with her. Like, this is what I was trying to stop her from doing when we was at the other spot and I like, get the baby. Cause when you do shit like that, you put the baby at danger because you don't have no phone. Right. You ain't got shit. But you going in the woods like on some survivor shit. She even got any shoes on her feet? No, not. She ain't got no shoes. She ain't got no underwear on. Just a wrap with a baby. Like your ass walk off into the middle of the woods with the baby. She grabs the passports and just walks off into the middle of the woods with no phone, nothing, yo.
And she returns.
Now, I know why I went wrong. I know why I keep going wrong.
Where do you feel like you went wrong?
Getting angry and then reacting out of that, making irrational, stupid mistakes. It's the reason why you see me straddling the fence the way that I am is because there's a lack of commitment somewhere, which is to my family, to my husband. And I realized that. You see what I'm saying? I think that I could just walk away when I get angry. If you notice, I've only walked away when I got angry, and that was because I don't want to deal with myself in certain situations. I don't want to deal with myself in certain situations, in certain ways. You see what I'm saying? So now I keep making the same mistake over and over and over. I'm realizing that there is nowhere to go.
She willfully leaves again.
We dropped off. She going. We just didn't want her. She bouncing with the baby. We dropped her off, man. Look, man, I ain't got time for this shit, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I ain't got time for this shit, man. Every day, every other day. Listen, dropped her off. I gave her my number. She just threw it on the ground. All right. So look, I'm worried about my daughter and her well-being right now. This girl keeps tripping about polygamy and stuff like that and the lifestyle that we live. I can't keep doing this shit every day, dog. So you know what I'm saying? So I dropped her off at the Western Union. As you can see right here,
This was my numbers. She tore my numbers off. So she can't have no contact. We dropped off at a safe location. She was trying to walk down a 3-mile strip. Like was it? It took a 30-minute drive. It's a 30-minute drive to our location. And she was in the middle of the mountains. I know y'all seen them big old mountains that I took that video of. She was walking down there with the baby. I wasn't allowed that happen. I recorded everything.
And she returns.
Real nice.
Bye, y'all.
I love myself.
All right, now we're gonna see how long this gonna last now.
I feel like the history, when you look at the history of a woman, we were once indigenous women. We understood polygamy, we understood nation building, we understood the chief, we understood the royal bloodline, and we used to live like that. I don't believe it though. It's not that I don't believe it, it's just that I'm fighting the generational curses that we subjected ourselves to, and that's what you're watching.
What's the generational curse that you subjecting yourself?
Women being taught that they was only supposed to be monogamous and hating their man for not wanting to be monogamous with them, but they find out that they have multiple relationships with multiple women, multiple children, and don't know how to handle being a woman, don't know how to handle with their emotions, and realizing and really coming to the reality about a man's nature versus their nature. We haven't been taught that. That's the generational curse. Generational curse is not knowing who we are.
And now nothing has changed. She left Eligio Bishop's life again around December 2020. And ever since then, she's been constantly defaming his character, now taking it to another level, falsely and spitefully pressing false charges on Mr. Bishop.